Well, she finally spilled the tea, and it's hotter than a microwave burrito at high noon. The View has always been the daytime equivalent of a cage match with microphones, fiery debates, sizzling takes, and enough controversy to power a small city. That's basically what hooked millions of viewers and made it the heavyweight champ of talk shows. But in a no-holds-barred chat with Allison Schnacky, Candace Cameron Bure yanked back the curtain and let us peek behind the chaos. Let's just say her insider scoop explains a lot, like why the commentary sometimes feels like it was written by a confused parrot. And today, buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into every glorious, chaotic detail.
If I'm not wrong, because I don't know too much about The View, but I've seen definitely like some controversial clips online or on YouTube. That's a primarily liberal audience.
Oh yeah, it is. That whole show started and it's called The View because it's supposed to be 5 different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much one viewpoint.
That's what I picked up.
Yeah, there's usually like one token conservative. So I was that conservative for 2 years on this show.
But going into it, you knew that you were going to be that kind of token target.
Yeah.
All right, let's set the stage. Candace was co-hosting The View from 2015 to 2016, back when the show was more about chit-chat than full-blown political smackdowns. But even then, you could spot the shift happening, like watching a peaceful puppy slowly morph into a drama llama. That's when the producers apparently decided, hey, why not turn all the women on this panel into overnight political pundits? Suddenly, everyone needed a hot take, whether they knew what a filibuster was or not. And spoiler alert, it's only spiraled from there. Enter Trump. His entrance into politics was like dropping a fireworks factory into a quiet library. His name alone guaranteed clicks, ratings, and endless media freakouts. Naturally, every talk show adjusted faster than a cat on a Roomba, and The View was no exception. They figured the fastest route to staying relevant was to hop on the outrage train and dedicate huge chunks of airtime to anti-Trump rants. But here's the kicker. If all that chaos was brewing, why on earth did Candace sign up in the first place?
I tried to turn that job down.
Are you serious?
Multiple times.
That's so funny.
And I was like, I know they talk so much politics on the show and I'm not comfortable with that, so no. And then they came back and they were like, we're actually switching it. It's gonna be more pop culture, more evergreen topics. We're not really gonna talk about politics that much. And it was like, okay. And then I was like, well, I live in LA and I'm not moving to New York, so no. And they said, we'll fly you back and forth every week. We'll pay for the tickets every week.
The biggest open door.
They just kept upping the ante. Like everything I tried to say no to, they had a solution for it.
This just proves the producers had one plan in mind, but did a hard U-turn the moment they realized politics equals ratings. Even Raven Semonet, who co-hosted alongside Candace, spilled the tea in a way only Raven can. I feel like I just got catfished. I thought I was going on a show where it was pop culture and fun and exciting, and I got catfished, and I learned a good lesson. Boom. That right there says it all. This is a total 180 from Barbara Walters' original vision. The View was supposed to be a melting pot of women from different generations, backgrounds, and beliefs, chatting about everything under the sun. Not a full-blown political smackdown with everyone ganging up on anyone who dared to disagree. And Candace didn't hold back about how co-hosts prepped for their segments. Let's just say, some of the stuff she described would make your head spin and your sanity quietly file for divorce.
How did you prepare for each and every episode?
Girl, I have never prepared like I have prepared for that show in my life, okay? You basically get a packet of about 80 topics the night before because they're all current events. They keep moving and changing, whatever happens in the news cycle. So I would spend probably a minimum of 4 hours each night researching all 80 topics so I could understand what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And then on the morning of, with the hosts and the producers, they break it down. We go through all 80 topics and then pinpoint maybe 7 or 8 of those that we're actually going to discuss on the show.
I gotta say, this right here explains why The View sometimes serves up takes so bad they could be classified as a public hazard. Skimming a few articles the night before does not make you a policy expert overnight. Sure, that trick might have squeaked you a passing grade back in college, but national TV, millions of eyeballs, no bluffing allowed. You can spot it a mile away. The moment someone's knowledge peaks at the headline, they start sprinkling in buzzwords like confetti, puff up with fake confidence, and boom. Instant, I have no idea what I'm talking about energy. Sunny, Joy, Whoopi. We've seen it happen enough times to start a drinking game. And Candace didn't hold back in other interviews either. She spelled out exactly what working on the show felt like. No sugarcoating, no filters, just the raw, chaotic truth.
I don't miss The View at all. I love being on talk shows. I love hosting talk shows.
Right.
But that was a hard job every single day in, day out, talking politics.
Yeah.
So,
and Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my faith, that was the easiest part for me, to be able to talk about my faith and share my faith. But I'm happy right now not to be on that show and talk about lighter topics right now.
There was only one type of stress that I've ever felt in my life that came from that show. It was so difficult. And to manage that emotional stress was very, very hard. Felt like I was going into a show that I didn't have a clear opinion about, or nervous to talk about.
In a Daily Mail opinion piece, Meghan McCain dropped a truth bomb of her own. I was on The View to be the conservative voice. They must have thought that I was a Republican they could stomach. Little did The View know, it's not the Republican extremists they hate. They hate anyone with a different point of view. And honestly, she's not wrong. That's literally the job description. Be the token conservative, survive a daily 4-on-1 debate, and try not to get steamrolled. The second you say anything that strays from the left's narrative, the other co-hosts swoop in with eye rolls, interruptions, or conversation gymnastics that would make an Olympic gymnast jealous. Oh, and let's not forget the audience, the unofficial fifth co-host who's basically there to gaslight you in stereo. Sure, they make millions while being shouted at, but is it worth it? Debatable. Candace also spilled how she dealt with this circus, and let's just say, her strategy probably explains why the token conservative spot on the show turns over faster than a pancake at a breakfast diner.
You have different reactions when you're put under pressure. So they talk about fight or flight. Like, do you fight? Are you ready to go for it? Or do you want to take off? Like, you want to hide and you want to run? And I would say I am a flight person.
Really?
I don't love conflict. I'm not afraid of it. I like resolution. So I'm always happy to have the discussion because I like directness and I like resolution. But I'm not like, my gut reaction is not to fight with people. I want to take a hike. So with that, I think my disposition helped me in that when people really come at me, I don't get super riled up. Like, I don't put on the boxing gloves.
No one could survive a full episode with Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin screaming over you non-stop, armed with nothing but recycled hot takes and dramatic hand gestures. But honestly, they might just be the real reason the show won't last forever. What do you think? Are they secretly sabotaging it, or is it all part of the chaotic charm? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so jump into the comments and let's hash it out. And hey, if you want your friends to get their coverage from an independent source like us, go ahead and share the video. It really does mean the world. Thanks for tuning in, and who knows what we'll uncover next.